Hello again, everyone, and welcome to the back garden yard. In today's video, we're going to go uncover the plants that we covered up on January the 15th. Today is January the 23rd, and that was 8 days ago, and we had 14-degree weather. We had another night, it was 18 degrees. We had another night below 20. We had one day it never got above freezing. We have cabbage, lettuce, and onions that I covered up with pine straw and newspaper. And here's a little clip of me covering them up. And I'll build a little tent over them. And then I'm going to take pine straw and I'm going to put over in a thick layer. And the main reason I'm using the newspaper here is to keep the center clean of the cabbage so I don't get all that trash in there. And I could hold it down with rocks, but I really think the pine straw itself will settle down and be enough to keep them covered. And now we're going to go uncover them and see how that worked. I'm hoping it's good. I haven't looked yet, but I've used this method many times in the past to keep winter vegetables from freezing and dying. And now it is above freezing. It's a cold winter day today, but it's in the 40s. So it's time to uncover, and let's just see what happened with those plants. Let's go! So first we're going to look at these mustard greens, and I didn't cover them at all because they just won't grow in January. These are the Florida India mustard greens, and I just left them out here, but as you can see, the cold did a number on them. I'll get ready and plow them under pretty soon, but that's just to show you how severe the frost was and the cold at 14 degrees. And then we can come back this way, and here under here is the lettuce. And over here is the lettuce that I didn't cover, and we can see that it's pretty beat down. Now there's been no ice coming out of the sky, so it hasn't been frozen with ice, but it's definitely not looking good. So let's peel back some of this paper and straw and see how they look. And we can see really easily that these have got a lot better color and are looking a whole lot better than these over here that were exposed to the freezing, below freezing weather. So that is the lettuce. Now let's do the same thing with the cabbage. And here's the cabbage, and this is Napa cabbage, and it's a very cold hardy type cabbage, and it's actually still alive, but it's not looking very good. Now let's check under this paper and straw here and see what happened, if anything. I wish you'd look how nice that looks. And so here's the first cabbage. And here's the second cabbage. And there's the third cabbage. So these were the three that I protected. And if if you just look at these compared to these, I think you can see that the straw and the newspaper worked very well to protect them. I'll show you real quick as we go by this garlic. Garlic is unscathed. Garlic likes the cold weather. Even though it got down below 23 nights, it's still looking good here. Okay, and the last thing that I covered were onions. And here's some of the onions that I did not cover right here. And you can see these onions are looking pretty beat down. So let's go find some of the ones that I covered. The weight of the paper and the straw did crush them a little bit. Oh, actually, I remember I didn't even put paper on these. Maybe I should have. This is just straw. But if you look at the difference between these onions and these onions, I think you can see that once again, pine straw is really, really a very good insulator for your winter garden and your cold hardy vegetables. So anyway, we won't uncover them all here. I have one more thing I want to show you real quickly in the greenhouse. Now this was some bok choy. Bok choy is not cold hardy at all. That's why I didn't try to cover it. And of course it was already blooming, but it's completely frozen and gone. And now we'll go over to the greenhouse. And what I did in the greenhouse, I have to pardon the mess in here, but I carried and replanted a cabbage and a lettuce. And here's the cabbage. And here's the lettuce. Now the lettuce looks awesome. It totally survived. This is red romaine lettuce, and this cabbage looks almost like the ones that were left out. And so actually covering them with straw was better protection than putting them in this greenhouse. Now this greenhouse is not heated, and I did that on purpose just to make sure that it was natural conditions to see what was better, to cover them up or try to bring them in here and protect them. And I think that covering them up is a better method. Sure is a lot easier. Okay folks, well that's the end of this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. And we're going to be real soon, the next video is going to be trimming trees. Let's go show you that video before we go, what that's going to be about. We've got to trim the persimmon tree, and here's the other persimmon tree we're going to prune, and then this whole mess we're calling and then we're going to trim this pear tree. And when you can see all these limbs going up on this pear tree, and that is not a good thing, and you couldn't pick pears if they came up there anyway. So I'm going to show you how to trim a pear tree, and then I'll do another video on this mess here called muscadine vines, and I've got to trim back the muscadine vines, and we're going to do a video on that. So while it's cold and it's winter, there's still plenty to do in the back garden yard. Here's another muscadine vine, and I'll be showing you how I trim it the same time I trim the other muscadine. There won't be two muscadine trimming videos. And that's it, folks. I hope you enjoy content like this, so please like and subscribe to the channel so when I release these videos in about a week, you'll be the first to know. Hit the notification bell, and we will see you on the next video.